How would you feel if I told you that just 30 minutes a day could transform your body? Not just a few weeks from now, but in the very first month? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, stick around because I'm going to show you exactly how this can happen. And it's simpler than you think. You're probably thinking, I've tried before. 30 minutes isn't enough. But what if I told you that it's not about the amount of time, but how you're using it? In fact, a lot of us are wasting those precious 30 minutes without even realizing it. Ever felt sore after a workout, but didn't feel like you actually got stronger? Or worse, have you ever hurt yourself with a move that everyone swears by? Yeah, I've been there too. But here's the kicker. Most of us are getting it wrong. And no, I'm not just talking about skipping the gym altogether. I mean, even when you're hitting the gym, you could be sabotaging your progress. Take something as basic as push-ups. Simple, right? You've probably done hundreds, if not thousands of them. But here's the truth. You might actually be wrecking your shoulders without even knowing it. And it's not just push-ups. We're talking about squats, lunges, planks, you name it. People make these small mistakes that add up to big setbacks. Now, before you panic, don't worry. I'm not here to tell you to quit everything. Instead, I'm going to show you how to fix these tiny mistakes, one by one, so you can get the most out of just 30 minutes a day. Let's start with the most common mistake that could be making all your efforts pointless, and how to fix it. You've probably heard it before. Form is everything. But what does that really mean? It's not just a catchy phrase. Form can be the difference between seeing results and wasting your time. And here's the kicker, you don't always feel when your form is off. In fact, some of the most common mistakes are so subtle, you might not even notice them until it's too late. So let's dive into the mistakes you're probably making without realizing it, and how we can fix them. Let's start with one of the most basic exercises, the push-up. Sounds easy, right? Drop to the floor, push yourself up. But I want you to think for a second, are you really doing push-ups the right way? Now, don't get me wrong. If you're doing something close to this move every day, you're already a step ahead of most people. But there's a huge difference between doing push-ups and doing them with perfect form. Here's the first mistake that most people make, the plank position. The push-up starts here, and if your plank's off, you're already behind the curve. What I see most often is a sagging lower back. When your hips drop toward the ground, your core isn't engaged, and you're putting a lot of stress on your lower back. You might not feel it right away, but over time, that pressure can lead to pain and injury. So, how do you fix it? Engage your core. Think of it like this. Imagine your body is a straight line, like a plank of wood. When you engage your core, you're creating a solid, stable foundation for the rest of your body. It's like the foundation of a skyscraper. You need that solid base to support everything else. Now, here's another thing I see a lot, flaring your elbows out wide. When you lower yourself to the ground and your elbows shoot out to the sides, you're not engaging your chest the way you should be. Instead, it's putting a lot of unnecessary strain on your shoulders. You can even feel it in the wrists sometimes, especially if you're doing multiple sets. So, let's fix it. Elbow placement is key. As you lower yourself, keep your elbows tucked at about a 45-degree angle, not straight out to the side. It's like the difference between trying to push a door open with your hands placed too wide versus having them in the right spot. With proper elbow positioning, you engage your chest and shoulders without risking your shoulder joints. Okay, let's move on to the next issue that plagues so many people, the head position. You might think it's fine to look forward or even up when you're doing push-ups. But if your head's not in line with your spine, you're creating tension in your neck, and that can lead to strain over time. The key here is to keep your neck neutral. Focus your eyes just a few inches ahead of you, not up toward the ceiling or straight down. Now, if you're following so far, you're already on your way to doing push-ups correctly. But here's where we kick things up a notch. I want you to think about breathing. Yeah, I know, it sounds obvious, but a lot of people forget to breathe properly during their reps. This is a simple but powerful fix. When you're pushing up, exhale. When you lower yourself, inhale. Sounds simple, but the way you breathe can change the way your muscles activate. When you exhale on the way up, you engage your core even more, and that helps with stability. Plus, proper breathing helps maintain energy throughout your set, so you're not gasping for air halfway through. Alright, we've covered a lot about push-ups, but this concept applies to almost every exercise you do. Whether it's squats, lunges, or even planks, the principles of form are the same. So let's talk about some other common mistakes and how to fix them. One that I see all the time is during squats. People tend to lean too far forward, almost like they're sitting down in a chair, but with their chest dropping forward. This puts all the pressure on your knees and reduces the effectiveness of the exercise. What you want to do is keep your chest upright and think about pushing your hips back, like you're reaching your butt toward the wall behind you. Your knees should never pass over your toes. If they do, you're not engaging your glutes and hamstrings enough, and again, you're putting unnecessary strain on your knees. And here's a trick for your squats. When you go down, make sure your feet are planted firmly and think about driving through your heels, not your toes. This shifts the focus to your glutes and hamstrings, basically the muscles you want to work. If you're always using your quads, you're not targeting the right muscles, and it won't give you the same results. Now, here's the thing. If you're doing these exercises with proper form, you might start to notice that they feel a little harder. That's because you're actually engaging the right muscles, and that's a good thing. It means you're making progress. But don't get discouraged if it feels challenging. Just because something feels difficult doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. In fact, the more you focus on these small adjustments, the more results you'll see. Remember, the secret to transforming your body with just 30 minutes a day isn't about the volume of the workout, it's about the quality of each rep. Every time you do an exercise with the right form, you're building a stronger, more resilient body. So, are you ready for the next step? Take a second, look at your own form, and see if you're making any of these common mistakes. Even if you're just doing a quick workout today, the more you practice perfect form, the faster you'll see those results. Now here's a challenge for you. Next time you do a push-up or squat, really focus on the details we just went over. Tighten your core, position your elbows right, and keep your neck neutral. Try 10 reps with perfect form, and I promise you'll feel the difference. Your muscles will thank you for it, and trust me, your progress will skyrocket. You might feel a little sore the next day, but that's your body telling you that you've done something right. And that's exactly how you get stronger. Stick with this, and before you know it, you'll be amazed at how much progress you've made in just 30 minutes a day. How would you feel if I told you that just 30 minutes a day could transform your body? Not in weeks, but in as little as a month? It might sound impossible, but stick with me for a minute. I'm about to show you how this can happen, and it's simpler than you think. You're probably skeptical. 30 minutes isn't enough for real change, right? But here's the kicker. It's not about how much time you spend. It's about how you use that time. In fact, most of us are wasting those precious 30 minutes without even knowing it. Have you ever walked out of a workout feeling like you didn't really get stronger, or worse, felt pain or discomfort during the session? It's frustrating, right? Well, that's exactly what happens when you're not using the right form. Take push-ups, for example. How many of you have done at least a few hundred push-ups in your life? And yet, you might still be doing them wrong, unknowingly wrecking your shoulders and wasting your efforts. But it's not just push-ups. This is true for squats, lunges, planks, you name it. Tiny mistakes in form can lead to big setbacks. So let's break it down step by step and fix these issues so you can start seeing real results. Let's start with one of the most basic exercises, the push-up. Sounds easy, right? But do you know what's happening in your body during each rep? I want you to take a second and really think about it. Are you performing push-ups correctly? Most people think that simply dropping to the ground and pushing back up is enough. But I'm here to tell you that a push-up done wrong is like digging a hole without a shovel. It's not doing what you think it's doing. First off, the plank position is where it all begins. If your plank is off, everything else follows. The most common mistake is sagging your lower back. Your core is supposed to be engaged in a push-up, but if your hips drop, your lower back takes on way more strain than it should. Over time, this leads to discomfort and even injury. So, how do we fix it? Engage your core. Imagine your body is a straight line from head to heels, like a plank of wood. That's the solid foundation your push-up needs. Think of it like the base of a skyscraper. The stronger and more stable your foundation, the higher and stronger you can go. Next, let's talk about elbow placement. This is a game changer. A lot of people flare their elbows out too wide when they lower themselves. This not only reduces the effectiveness of the push-up, but it also puts a lot of unnecessary strain on your shoulders. The solution? Tuck your elbows at a 45-degree angle as you lower yourself. This will engage your chest and shoulders the right way while protecting your shoulder joints.